How y'all doing today?
We're good. How are you?
Doing great, man. Got good weather, so you can't do any better than
cooler.
that. Yes, sir.
So talk about this New Mexico matchup for you. I mean, is this a game where maybe you know some of the guys on that team? Talk about your connection to them in that state in general.
So I lived in New Mexico for 5 years at the Children's Home in the eastern New Mexico area, Portales, New Mexico. So it's actually funny you say that because the head coach there, he's real good friends with my head coach from high school and a lot of my coaches that coached me back in the day. So I have a connection there, and then a lot of the players there I played against in high school too. I was one of the top players in the state, so I know a lot of people from that area, and I still have a lot of relationships in that area. So it's really gonna be kind of cool seeing some familiar faces, So being going against a team from my home, I really call New Mexico my second home, because I was there for so many years, and I have a lot of family in that state of New Mexico. So it's gonna be really cool going back. You know what I'm saying?
What is New Mexico like? Because I think of it as hippies that eat peyote and sit in the dirt.
Nah, it's New Mexico. I would say it's a lot of space, really friendly people. Really friendly people. Great Mexican food. It has a lot of land. A lot of people go hunting there. It has great the scenery when it comes to mountains and stuff. There's a lot of really good mountains there. When I used to be there, when we used to take trips and stuff, we used to go up to the mountains and just spend the weekend there, Rio Doso, or even in the Albuquerque area, Santa Fe area, that. The mountains are really nice up there. So really a lot of hiking, a lot of hunting. Just a lot of country things, and great Mexican food.
Yeah,
The last time we talked to you, you talked about your wife and your kids coming here. How have they enjoyed the first couple games? And
they have loved it. This experience here, there's no other place like Jordan Hare Stadium. And when we got to experience the Tiger Walk, it was just breathtaking. How much people was there and the support that we have here. In Auburn athletics, and they really love the game day experience. They love the stadium and how hectic it was, and how the energy of the stadium and everybody around, how much people just love Auburn football. That was something they really loved, and they really enjoyed that experience when they got to the first game and the second game.
Y'all were lights out in the second half of that game the other day. Talk about what the difference was from first half to second half.
Man, we just had to. We got into the locker room and we knew that we had some adjustments to make, and we just flipped the script. We know that we could play better than what we was playing, and it was time to just play more consistent. And it was little corrections. We were playing with better eyes. Just doing your job. Going back to the little things. And that's something that we did coming out the second half. We capitalized on that, and we got the results we wanted, but we still wanted to force more takeaways. That's something that we didn't do this past game, and that's an emphasis this week is to get the ball out. At the end of the day, we got to play harder than the other team's defense. We got to, if the other team is getting 5 takeaways, we need to get 6. Or we need to get 7. We need to outcompete their defense, and that's something that we will do this week. But definitely at halftime, we had to go in there and make those adjustments that we really talked about, So that's something that we made a point to go do when we came out swinging. But definitely this week we gotta go get some takeaways.
I've always had a theory that for New Mexico, the state capital was originally Albuquerque, but they changed it to Santa Fe because it was easier to spell. Is there any
thoughts on that?
This?
So it's crazy you say that. I've never really heard of anybody really talking about that, but it'll make sense because Albuquerque. I remember when I first got there, I was like, man, this is a confusing name, hard name to spell. But yeah, I could see that happening. I could really see that happening.
So you're lending credit to my theory.
Well, I don't know if you said all that now.
What does New Mexico's offense look like on tape to you guys? Because they've scored some points in a couple games.
They play really hard. For me, against any opponent, I respect every opponent, fear none. This is another game where we gotta respect our opponent. They they've been putting up a lot of points. They put up a lot of points against Arizona, which is another ranked team and a team that plays hard too. So just seeing what they could do like these past couple of weeks, we know that they got some really good players. They got some playmakers, and we got to do a great job up front like we have, and we got to go get takeaways. Quarterback's really fast. He likes to he looks to keep the ball a lot, and they got some key receivers that they like to throw the ball to, and some backs that's gonna a lot of home runner type of backs. So really, this week we just gotta put an emphasis on taking the ball out, getting them takeaways, and I think we're gonna do what we want to do.
How does scout team maybe look different in you guys preparing against them? Because first couple quarterbacks haven't maybe been as mobile as this guy has been.
So we definitely what we're gonna do this week, we're gonna put guys in a position at quarterback to like really give us a great look, because they have their quarterback's a running quarterback, and we got some guys that really stimulate to him like size wise and like athletic ability. So they're gonna be back there giving us a great look and getting us ready to play them and making us allowing us to be in our best shape when we get in the game.
Philip, is there anything you feel like you learned about the defense these last couple of days?
Man, I feel like it's something I've already knew for real, which was like these guys they want to play hard for each other, and that's something that's really great about defense. Like we do not quit, and that's something that it's going to allow us to really get the success we want as long as we keep doing that. But this guy stepping up, like something that I really noticed is, guys that probably haven't said much is like in the past, but really these past couple of games are stepping up and really like trying to make a fork to lead this team too, which is something that we need, so I think that's great. I think we got guys that have the same mentality, and we got guys that all want to get to the same goal, which is win a lot of games and to play like phenomenal defense and to get a lot of takeaways and play attacking defense. And as long as we have that, everybody have that same mentality, we're going to get the things we want to get.